It's a week into lockdown level 1, life slowly returning to normal, and roads are expected to start getting busier. So how do the roads look compared to pre-COVID-19? Well, today our reporters tested out different modes of transport. Joining me now in studio, Silindelo Masikane, Lindokuhle, Xulu, and Nqobile, Madlala. So you guys had some fun today, right?
Yeah.
I hope so. See, let's start with you. Tell us about that experience in the Gautrain. How's it looking? Is it busier?
Well, you know, it was like my first time on the Gautrain, actually.
Oh, wow.
Like, believe it or not, I know, right? So, I mean, I think it was quite an experience in terms of the speed at which the train goes is absolutely amazing. It's convenient, it's great, but it doesn't come cheap. It cost me and my camera operator around 214 Rand just for a single trip to the union buildings, including the bus fare. But what I did notice was certainly the volumes of people that are using the Gautrain has certainly gone down previous to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Gautrain services itself says that they've seen around 14% of a decline in ridership during the week. Despite this, though, they have reduced their service intervals for the train station to around 12 minutes as well as 24 minutes. So while people are still using the Gautrain, the volumes are certainly not as big, and I think that's due to the fact that I think some people are also still working from home.
Yeah, and also people don't have that much money to spend on
Exactly.
transportation, right? So at the end of the conversation, we'll talk about who beat who, and it'll boil down to the minutes it took you to get there. But Lindo, you drove, and it's always a nightmare driving from Johannesburg or Pretoria or vice versa during peak hours. How did it look today?
Well, Sean, I think one of the reasons why people even use Gautrain, particularly moving from Pretoria to Joburg and vice versa, is the fact that it's convenient because of the traffic. But I can certainly tell you that that trend would simply slip away if the roads would be looking like they did today, which is we commuted from the park station in Johannesburg and moving to the union buildings. And it was quick, it was swift, no congestion, not in the city and not on the freeway and not even in Pretoria as we arrived. So quite convenient that you have a car, but the only headache I think that motorists have is the fact that there's always traffic, and therefore it's not worth it taking your car, especially from Johannesburg to Pretoria, from one city to another, because of traffic congestions. But the roads are certainly looking clearer. They're certainly flowing in terms of traffic. We saw a lot of cars than we saw on the other alert levels, but even that doesn't stop you from actually quickly making your way to your destination. So I can certainly say that for now, it still makes sense to use a car from one place to another because of the, alleviated traffic traffic on the roads.
Yeah, so you did something different, and obviously you didn't walk from Johannesburg to Pretoria because you would have still been walking right now. Tell us what you did to show that it is possible to walk to and from certain places in Johannesburg.
Well, Shahan, just like my counterparts here, I started at the Gautrain, and we decided that we were going to run our way to the office. So there are two benefits to this. You don't have to pay any money or pay any petrol. And at the same time, you just have to run. And it's good for your body. I mean, at this point, we all started trying to shed a bit of fat after lockdown. So it was good. It was convenient. It was exercising. But at the same time, Shahan, it was quite cool, actually, to be on the street because just like Lindo was saying, there was less traffic, and because there's less traffic, you can actually breathe as you run. So the air is a little less polluted, because we know in the hustle and bustle, there's always those fumes that make you cough when you run. So it was certainly free. The streets were flowing, and we were just passing, and we were seeing people here and there, not so much. Probably because a lot of people are deciding to now work at home. And I mean, we have heard about the studies that have been done on people who are now deciding to be at home. It certainly makes them more productive. So, but it was a great experience for me to run from there to.
So I think she threw some shade at us because she basically said we all need to do some exercising, right? Linda, I see you doing this.
Lockdown vibes. Yeah.
So let's talk about the time, right? Tell me what time you left Johannesburg, Linda, what time you got to Pretoria, and the exact amount of minutes it took you to get to your destination.
I was very precise. I checked my watch, and it was 23 minutes to 8. When we left. We arrived there at 29 minutes past 8. So that's about 55 minutes or so, 54 minutes. But like I said, it was swift. And there is one thing that I just want to throw out there so that the public knows the truth when anything is said here. When I was at the union buildings trying to do a piece to camera basically saying that I am here. There was a certain bus from a certain Gautrain company that arrived, and someone that I know was disembarking from that. So whatever they say after that, I can certainly tell you that we were the first ones to put our flag on the moon.
Well, Slee, what do you have to say?
Shahan, okay, I left the Gautrain Park station at 7:45 and I arrived at the Hatfield station at 8:30.
Okay.
So, and I had to take a bus, which was about a five-minute trip to the Union buildings. So I think in terms of me arriving in Pretoria, I certainly arrived first, and that's what I'm saying. And
But your
that's what I'm
final
sticking to.
destination, you got there after Linda.
Look,
Yeah, yeah.
technicalities,
So
yeah.
if
We're
we set a
fighting on
race, there's a start and
technicalities.
finish point. So I think Linda won this one. Sorry,
you.
Slee.
Thank you.
But Nqobile, you of course have been speaking to South Africans along your walk/run to the office. What are they saying about level 1?
Well, for starters, Shahan, I'm sure they are saying that I'm the one who won this whole race. But what they're saying is basically with the less traffic means less people, less customers. And so they're really affected in terms of the economy. So a lot of them just saying that it's difficult now to provide for their families because everything hasn't gone exactly to the normal that we are used to under this new normal. But let's just listen into them.
Nothing. Until now, we still have a problem because there is no customers.
Most of the people are still working from home, so the business in terms of deliveries is slightly low.
Business in Sandton is not really picking up. It's a bit slow.
It's been an hour and a half and I haven't got any request.
Yeah, that's a worrying thing, right? But again, this was a fun project for all of you guys. And naturally, you have to race out of the studio. Let's see who wins that. I'll tell the viewers at the end of it. I'll be watching you. So I'm going to count you down, right? Ready? Get in a straight line. Don't cheat, Slee. I can see you forward there. All right. In 3, 2, 1, go. Yep. Slee actually beat them. So she's definitely trying to win something. We're going to leave that right there. But